Hey everybody, it's Uncle Scott. Welcome back to the QwerkyReax channel. First things first, I chapter all my videos, so if you don't want to hear my setup here at the beginning, use that scroll bar, slide right into the music. Second thing second, my video is a reaction video. It is not a replacement for the artist's original work, which you know I love these artists. So I have a link to both the video that we're watching and the channel of the artist right there at the top of my description, and I encourage you to go check out their work, but please do so after watching all of this video. Okay guys, I have been dying to do this with Brooke. We're going to bring her in a second. You saw the thumbnail. She has never even heard of this artist before, so we're going to have a lot of fun. You guys know how I feel about the song. But first, Brooke, welcome back to the channel.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being willing to record stuff with me as I'm doing this like month of pre-pro and getting some fun videos in there.
Oh yeah.
Um
I'm excited to
Today,
hear this new artist.
yes. So I'm excited for you to hear her too. Her name is Chinchilla, and she has this song of hers, which is like my favorite song of hers, called 1 out of 5. Now, so you know, I was introduced to Chinchilla from her doing a duet with Ren. And
Okay.
that's usually how I introduce people to her on the channel. But that song is kind of like sad, and I keep showing you sad Ren stuff or sad songs. So I was trying to keep it more upbeat. But the funny thing is that I wouldn't say this is a sad song, but this is a song about like kind of like unrequited love.
Okay.
She wrote it, she sings it. I don't want to give too much away. I'll just play it for you
Cool.
and we'll see what you think. I'll be really interested to get your take, both as like, a person with human relationships and like a, an actress, because I'm showing you a new person. So we'll see how you like dig her presentation and her style.
Okay, I'm
So,
excited.
I love it. I'm excited for you. Here we go, guys. Chinchilla 1 out of 5. She's doing this is a recording of her singing it live.
I wish that I could say I can only deal with so much rejection, but that implies I'm gonna leave and I'm too weak, yeah, I'm too weak now. I'm hopelessly addicted to the breadcrumbs of your affection. When you send one less kiss than me, it's all I read, it's all I read now. I say I love you, but you only reply 1 out of 5 times. Like I love you, but I hate you, it's such a fucking fine line. Are you doing it to spite me, oh? Couldn't you say it a little more? Do you really only love sometimes? At a ratio of 1 to 5 is the person I've been fighting for, emotionally unavailable. What have we been so divided by? Love me once, I love you back 5 times. I don't know how to keep to my own bare minimum boundaries. I hope you never see the truth, that I would move no more for you now. So I cling onto the secret while you dance in circles around me. We both know I won't make you choose, in case you do, in case I lose now. I say I love you, but you only reply 1 out of 5 times. Like I love you, but I hate you, it's such a fucking fine line. Are you doing it to spite me, oh? Couldn't you say it a little more? Do you really only love sometimes? At a ratio of 1 to 5 is the person I've been fighting for, emotionally unavailable. What have we been so divided by? Love me once, I love you back 5 times.
Whoa. She can really sing. Like, oh my God. She has a beautiful voice.
Yeah, my favorite part so far of this video is I was watching you, and you like she does like the first few notes and you're listening, and then she does like the part where she really starts like singing, and you were
Mhm.
like, okay. Like you
Ah,
had a speech expression of like, oh, you're bringing it. Okay, girl, do it.
yeah. I mean, I could tell from the second she started, I was like, okay, she can sing. Then she got into it, I was like, whoa, she can really sing. I think I, that sounds so dumb to say, but I love just somebody with a really beautiful voice. Not much needed. Not, I like that you said this is live.
It's a
I,
recording of her performing it live. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, there's just something to it now. There's so much technology and auto tune, and it's easy to fabricate somebody's voice, but the fact that she can just sing, I think that's amazing. Um, I thought the fly costume was interesting,
Yeah, so
but
the name of the album that this comes from is called Fly Trap, and
oh,
she said, and I have the quote right here from an interview she did. She said, I overthink quite a lot and can get anxious easily. I think I'm so scared of being controlled that I get defensive easily about that. I just want to be free, hence Flytrap. So
oh. See,
there's a
of course there's a reason. I was like, there's no way there's not a reason. And I actually was trying to figure it out because she's in this like white room, and I wondered if because the idea of this is she's obviously very much in love with this person, but they don't have the same feelings. Like, is it that she wants to be a fly on the wall in this person's life, or like I was trying to figure out what, or maybe to that person she's as insignificant as a fly, or I don't know. I was just trying to figure out what that was all about because it started and it was close to her face,
Mhm.
and I was like, huh, her hat kind of looks like a fly face. And then it zoomed out and I went, oh, that's not a hat. It's like, well, it is, but it is a fly. It is a fly
Oh yeah,
costume.
and it's not super easy to see, but she's got wings on her back. Uh,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
she a couple things to know about her too is that she has incredible stage fright, and so
Oh,
she wears like the nails and the jewelry and all this stuff because she says it feels like her shield against like the stage fright. So she's able to perform because she puts this armor on,
right,
and that's what helps her be able, because she like makes her own hats and stuff that she wears in some songs, and like she's
right.
very like stylistic and into like her kind of like vibe, which I think is really dope.
I empathize with that a lot. I feel like I get a similar way. Sometimes when I'm on stage, I get very, very nervous. But in a weird way for me, when you have the lights shining in your face and then you can't really see the people, it almost tricks you that you're not. So I feel like I empathize with that a lot. And I think there are probably plenty of performers who feel that as well, where you almost need some sort of, as you said, a shield so you
Hmm.
feel okay to actually get up in front of X number of people and do what you're supposed to do. But I mean, God, if she did a great job of hiding her fright because she sounded phenomenal, and she was very into the words she was singing, I should say, and very emotionally invested, which I think when you're experiencing that stage fright, it can be easy to lose that element, but she stuck with it. So
Mm.
I thought that was really great. I loved it.
That's a really good point too. Just so you know, on your thought about the fly costume, when I originally thought it, I saw it, I thought she was trying to say like to this person, to this like guy who's not returning the love, or woman,
Mhm.
she's she's she feels like she's like a pest to them, like a fly in their ear kind of
Oh,
thing, and like
yeah,
just to be swatted away. And of course it turned out that it had nothing to do with any of that, but it was just like we all
yeah.
interpret it different ways, you know.
That's what's
um
so cool about I don't know, making an artistic choice like that. And I think a lot of times, I think many artists would say this, that sure, they had an initial interpretation of what they thought it meant, but it's really neat to see how other people interpret it, and nothing's really wrong per se. Like even
Hmm.
if to her it meant, her album's this fly trap and she feels stuck and wants to get out, but um, if to us it means these other things, it's like then that's what it means. It's not wrong. So I always like
Yeah,
that.
no, I love that too. Real quick before we get back into it, what do you think about like the meaning of the song, like the way she's putting it?
I mean, I think the song is really well written both musically and lyrically, and I mean, I think it's something that probably a lot of people relate to, myself included, at some point in my life have experienced this, and it's very, it is kind of sad. It made it sound like it wasn't going to be sad. I was like, it kind of tugs at your heartstrings a little bit. I Some of it makes me chuckle, and I mean, the whole idea of like sending five texts and they respond every fifth text or something, and I just was like, oh, that's so relatable. uh,
Well, I
but
think that's why it makes it emotional too, because like
totally,
I I mean, I have like the first time I saw this, I teared up. I've showed it to other people who've watched it, and like they've had like quite emotional reactions to it. Uh
yeah,
because I think it's like that. Like you
yeah.
identify with it, you know?
And I also just think musically, the music itself is uh is provoking. Like it kind of
Hmm.
provokes those emotions, and even the harmonies by those backup singers are just really, it's very beautiful, but also it sounds like heartache. I feel like the song, because I think sometimes when
Yeah.
you write a song, I think in this case the music sounds like what it's about, if that makes sense. Which sometimes it's what you want. And I think in the song it's great. Sometimes people don't want that. Like maybe the lyrics are saying one thing, but they want the music to say another. But I just think this song as a whole, it's just like heartache. And so, um, yeah, I think that's another reason too why it makes you feel all the feels.
Yeah, I feel like it's a very raw like version of her
Mm-hmm.
doing like everything feels raw. The emotion is there, the music
True.
is there. Like it just feels like you're getting her real feelings all at once kind of thing.
And also too the fact that the song itself isn't. No, let me rephrase that. The song itself is pretty stripped down. Like there's not so much. Of course, there's some musical elements, but like it's not. I don't know. I mean, even the last, or I don't know. Even some of the other songs we've listened to, which this is not good or bad per se, have more elements, more beats,
Hmm.
um, more sound effects, more. And this is just more stripped down. And even the way she's presenting it here, it's her. I mean, in a flag costume, but her
Right.
blank background, just two singers and one keyboardist, and that's it. And so I think that in itself also kind of gives that stripped down, raw, vulnerable feel.
I agree. I think you're really gonna like where it goes next.
I agree.
I backed up so that you could get into that transition a little bit. So
All right.
but
Cool.
I'll try not to stop it for the rest of the video for you because I think the ending rocks. Here we go.
Cool.
Love me once and love you back 5 times. So say I love you. So say I love you. So say I love you. Do you really only love sometimes? Oh. So say I love you. Say I love you. Oh, say I love
So good.
Oh my goodness gracious. Wow, wow, wow. Those high notes. I was like, holy. And also she was high, but she was like lots of power up there. But Jesus Christ. She's very talented. I'm just very, I mean, even if I didn't like the song, which I did, I'm just sheerly impressed by her singing ability. She really is phenomenal. But then on top of that, I like the song. So so that's also great. Um I like the I feel like there I mean there's a general structure in most music, you know, it's like verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, generally.
Hmm.
And I feel like sometimes people just follow that structure because it's what they know. But I always think that bridge section, that part that's different, has to be really actually saying something. Otherwise, what's the point of having that bridge? Like, why just put it there just to put it there? I feel like the bridge is meant to be um, a change in perspective or saying something you haven't said yet or um, a moment that's more vulnerable or a moment that shows more of your whatever it may be, anger, your frustration, or and I feel like I really loved, I guess what I would call the bridge. I mean, it kind of took it to the end of the song, but what I would call the bridge, which is the say I love you
Hmm.
part. It's almost like her her mantra, and then B just kind of that more vulnerable to just as opposed to being like you only reply once out of 5 times and I wish you could give more. Now she's being super direct and just being like say it. And I also like it too because to me it kind of reads as say I love you, like I want you to say it, but also it's like what if I said like saying say I love you. Like let's just say that. It's almost like her partially admitting it herself, but then also asking that person to say it to her. So I thought
Right.
that was um well written, and I think it actually the bridge actually did something and said something different than the rest of the song. Because otherwise, that's sometimes I get so annoyed with bridges, and especially in lots of pop music now, it's just like what was the point of that, in my opinion? But this one just had a true meaning behind it. I really liked it.
So I absolutely love that you said that.
Uh
And to double down on the meaning behind it for you, I don't know if
uh-huh.
you realized it, like you might have realized it subconsciously, or maybe you realized it and just didn't say it. But she says, say I love you. So she only says the
Oh.
say I love you one out of the 5 times that she says it.
Oh.
And that's the bridge. That is literally the bridge.
Oh
So
my
she
God.
does it twice. She does the say I love you.
It's so funny because I was actually, when she started doing that section and she kind of kept repeating the say I love you, the say, that part,
Yeah,
I was like, oh, is she gonna say this 5 times? And then she didn't. But
right.
then now you're saying that, I'm like, oh, that's what it was. She said the say I love
Say I
you.
love you.
Oh,
Because
that's very clever.
what stood out to me, I didn't realize it the first few times I watched it, and then I picked up on it because what was nagging me in the back of my head was, the rule of threes. Almost anybody who writes or composes or anything like that does things in triplets because
Right.
that's what our ear is used to hearing. But she went for four and then did it again to finish the phrase. And I'm like, that usually you would do three and then finish the
Hmm.
phrase. And then someone in a comment was like, did you pick up, like, I was struggling with why she did that, but I still liked
Right.
it. And then someone was like, do you realize she only says the phrase fully one out of the
One
five
out of
times she
five
starts it?
times.
And I'm like, oh my god. Like,
That is
just,
called good songwriting right there.
yeah, that is excellent songwriting in my opinion.
Oh,
uh
she's killer. I'm all about I love my girlies who sing big, emotional, heartfelt. Like I think a lot of this song kind of reminded me a little bit of Skinny Love, but I think about that version. I can't remember her name. It's literally gonna kill me, but it doesn't matter. But and then I think it makes me think kind of like a little bit of like Adele, but its own thing. But it just those women who are just so like you were saying raw and vulnerable and emotional. And I just think here she fucking knocked it out of the park. It was really good.
Brooke, I love you so much. I keep saying in my videos to like when I'm showing this her to other people, I'm like, especially when she gets to that end part,
Hmm.
I hear Adele. Like I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah.
she's Brit, and it's not just because she's British and Adele's British. Like it's that style of emotional raw singing, and when
Right,
she belts, I am
right,
there for it. I am
right,
like it doesn't even feel like a belt; it feels like a cry. Like it feels like a,
right.
which is why it's so good. And then
That's a
I
good
didn't even
point.
say Adele first; you did, and it's like,
I, I'm a thinker.
yeah,
But really, you're so right. Though. I like what you said about how her belt sounds like a cry. Like it is so emotionally driven, which changes because I have a huge pet peeve of like artists who just riff or like throw on these crazy notes and do just to show off
hmm
because you can tell it almost feels inauthentic. But for
hmm
this, like this ending part, yeah, she had those freaking insane notes, which I love. And I also think that that's because she, it comes from a place of the emotional place of the song. Like it had to go here, it had to, she's begging for this love essentially. And it just had to reach that heightened place because this person's not giving the love back, And so I just feel like it,
right,
it made sense for the emotional journey of the song. It wasn't just like, I'm gonna show off my high notes now.
right.
Um, so I like that a lot.
Yeah, I think she's fantastic. Believe it or not, she only has 164,000 subscribers on YouTube. I don't get that. Like, how is
Wow.
that possible? This song alone, it was released about a year ago on YouTube. It only has 640,000 views. That's bonkers to me. Like, so kind of
She's
like what I was doing
amazing.
with Ren, where I just wanted to like introduce him to as many people as possible.
Yeah.
She's now on that list too. Like, I want to try to like blow her up because I think she's incredible.
I'm gonna start listening to the song in my car. This is like the perfect sing your heart out in your car. Uh,
Absolutely.
wow. God,
So
thanks for
then I
showing me that.
yeah, I was about to say, so then I guess I made you a new Chinchilla fan.
Yeah, I think that I'm gonna have to start listening to more of her stuff. I just like, wow, wow, she's very good. She's very
Yeah,
cool, very
she's
cool.
and also I also think it's kind of cool that I found her through Ren because they duetted together. Like that's just like how it's just so apropos of like me being into him and like he only brings in people that are also really super
Mm,
talented.
mm-hmm.
Um well, thank you for being game to seeing something new. I
Of
think that's
course.
awesome.
Of
Uh
course.
And for all of you who made it this far, I appreciate you. Thanks for coming along Brooke's journey of being introduced to Chinchilla. Uh, I don't know when I'm posting this, so hopefully everything is going great with you. If it's not, let's turn it around together. Don't wait for life to be easy to be happy.